בימים האלו אנחנו מציינים 20 שנה מאז הקמת בית החולים שניידר לרפואת ילדים, בית חולים ששינה לחלוטין את רפואת ילדים ורמת טיפול ילד חולה במדינת ישראל. מאז הקמת בית החולים עברנו דרך מאוד ארוכה, וללא כל ספק כל ההצלחות של בית החולים זה הולך אחד ואחד עם עמותת ילדים שלנו, עם כל האנשים שעוזרים ותורמים להפעלת ותפעול של בית החולים. העמותה הוקמה מאז הקמת בית החולים ב-1993, לדעתי, נכון? ב-1993 העמותה הוקמה על ידי שניידר, זיכרונו לברכה, ובהמשך ניהולה של איריס לינגר, ללא כל ספק עמותה עם כל המתנדבים תורמת רבות להפעלת ותפעול של בית החולים, וקשה מאוד אפילו לדמיין את בית החולים בלי עמותה, בלי עבודתה ובלי התורמים ובלי המתנדבים שעוזרים להפעיל את הבית חולים המקסים הקיים במדינת ישראל. אז באמת תודה, הזדמנות להודות לאיריס ולמשפחת שניידר על הדברים הנפלאים שעושים למען בית החולים. תודה.
As a child, I had been burned while I was living in Mexico when I was 6 years old, and about 65% of my body was severely burned. The doctors didn't think that I would make it, and many people call it Nes Hanukkah because I was burned with a Hanukkah candle, and the treatment that they had in Mexico at the time wasn't sufficient, so my family moved me to San Diego because at the time we were living in Mexico and I was studying in San Diego. And I was treated there, and then I was flown to the first ever burn hospital in the world, which was in Texas. And that's where I learned a lot about childcare and how important the alternative, the other things that are done in the hospital are for the well-being of the child. That's where I learned how important playrooms are, and gifts, and wishes, and volunteers, because the staff of the hospital gives wonderful care to help the physical aspect of the child. But a child has to want to live and has to want to move on and get past the pain. And unfortunately, when you're in a hospital, you're under very serious conditions. They take away everything, even your own clothes. They give you different clothes. People come into your room all the time and do treatments on you. And it's a whole different world. So when we started the foundation, when we started עמותת ילדים שלנו, Helen had heard about my stories and what I had undergone, and she heard that I did something very similar because when I was in university, I created a burn unit in Mexico. So she said, I want you to do something similar here in our hospital when we build it. And so I asked a few friends of mine from the neighborhood that were with me in the VAD. I was in the VAD of my son Ron. And I started, I guess, about 5 friends from the neighborhood. And then a few more friends joined. And we started Cambota, and I still remember how we came up with the name ילדים שלנו. We tried all sorts of different words, different names. And we liked ילדים שלנו because we realized that all children are our children, not just our personal children, but as a community, it is our responsibility to take care of all the children, not just of Israel, but of the world if we can, because they're the future. We started the WISH program and the gifting program. I remember when I first went to the hospital, I was 6 years old when I got burned, and I remember one of the volunteers came up to me with a little teddy bear, a doobie. And this doobie stayed with me. I was in the hospital for a year. Altogether I underwent 50 operations, and many of them the first year I was there. And this doobie was with me for the whole time I was there. I got very attached to this doobie. So this was very important to me, that every child that comes to the hospital get a gift. That every child that comes to the hospital be received with a smile, with love and affection. And that was one of the most important things when we started the עמותת ילדים שלנו, was that our role be not only giving gifts, but support. We also have volunteers that sit next to the bed of the child, so the parents can go out for lunch, can go out with their friends. We give pretty much everything that the parent or the family needs. The hospital staff knows, and they call us, they call עמותת, and we're there. So in addition to the medications and the treatments, joy and laughter and games and playing are very important. And that's one of the reasons that we created this room. I went to Los Angeles, I saw the work they were doing there with the Starlight Center there. I was very impressed with the research they had done there. And along with a very large donation from the Arison Family Foundation, which we have to thank for a lot of the money that we got for this room, and other members of the community, we created the Starlight Center, which is based on that philosophy that laughter and play are very important for healing. And so here, as you see, it's very mixed media, mixed toys. We have computers, we have dolls, we have stage, we show movies here, we show shows, plays, mimes, clowns. Outside of this room we have a huge area where we do art projects. So we combine everything that's creative and fun for the children. We play games to get that laughter, to get that feeling that they're not in a hospital. And basically that is the goal of the foundation. The foundation is to help the children from their physical needs to the aesthetics of the hospital, to their emotional needs, psychological needs, helping the parents. You met one of the Jelologs today, one of the medical clowns that comes. We support that project. We support the medical clowns in the ER. Everything that we feel the child and the family need in order to be better, in order to heal, that is where we see our place. We treat here everyone from Christians to Buddhists to Jews to Muslims. When the child walks in the door, to us they're a child, and they get wonderful care. And we've made so many bridges. We've met people from all over the world. You saw that today when we walked around the departments. There's people from all over the world, and everyone becomes friends. It's one of the things that really warms my heart when I come here, is that you see religious people with Muslims, with the Buddhists, with Christians. They're all sharing food and stories, and everyone's helping each other's children and telling stories about them and taking care of each other's children. And it really is like a big family. And when the Sנייder family first created the hospital, they wanted the motto to be Bridge to Peace. So when you're in these walls, in this building, it really is like a bridge to peace, where the whole concept is the health of the child, to take care of the child, to take care of the family. And in that goal, everybody is friends and everybody's in it together.